So Father's Day has come and gone. And for those of you who didn't know what I wore on Father's Day, scent wise that is, then stay tuned. So Father's Day has come and gone. And for those of you all out there, guy wise, who never really gets anything on Father's Day, you go to the stores and there's really hardly anything out there. They got these cheap tool sets and, ties and socks and stuff like that that's out for us guys. Mother's Day comes around before that and everything is all extravagant, and Mother's Day has confetti falling, and it's cupcakes and cakes and pies and ham and turkey, and it's like Thanksgiving and Christmas dinner everywhere, and the women's sections in stores are just full of stuff. And you go over to the men's section on Father's Day and it's like a couple of bottles of Nautica Voyage and maybe a Michael Jordan or something like that, and it's ties and socks and tool sets and stuff like that laying around, and it's all in disarray. And we don't get our due diligence on Father's Day. There are a lot of great fathers out there who deserve better than what we're getting. And for me, it doesn't really bother me that I don't get much. My daughter asked me if I want anything for Father's Day. I told her no, unless she's going to buy me a cologne. But she says, Daddy, you already got enough. So I don't really want anything. And she didn't get me anything. So that's fine. Christmas, I don't get anything. It is what it is. I'm older now. It doesn't bother me. So I would much rather my kids save their money and do something constructive with it other than trying to find me something. That's our job as parents, to take care of our kids. So for the most part, I just went and hung out with my cousins. He had a cookout and we all were invited over. And the fragrance that I wore, if you saw my fragrance haul video not too long ago, then one of the two fragrances I had got in was from the house of Dolce & Gabbana. And this is a tester bottle, as was the other one. And this one is, I don't know why they name these fragrances these weird names, but I'm assuming it's Les BATELEUR or BATELEUR #1. And this is the bottle. It's not bad. I like it. Plastic cap. It's not a snap-on. It's a snug fit, and it will fall off if you shake it hard enough. So never pick those bottles up by the caps. I don't care how secure they are. The atomizer is very nice. It does say demonstration tester on it, but it kind of reminds me, and I think I've said this before, it almost reminds me of the Dior bottle. This one is a little bit bigger, but it kind of almost resembles it. The atomizer on this is not bad either. That smells so nice, man. Now, I haven't heard a lot about these fragrances, to be honest with you. The only Dolce & Gabbana fragrances I ever hear about is like the one Pour Homme, Light Blue Sun, Light Blue, stuff like that, gray, the more mainstream stuff. This, to me, isn't mainstream. I rarely hear anybody even mention these. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Robes 08 has been doing some testing on fragrances like this within the past couple of weeks or so. I think I remember seeing that, but not bad fragrances. And the best part about it is you're not paying what you're going to be paying for those Dolce & Gabbanas I just mentioned, which are on this row right here. You're not paying $30, $40, $50, $60, $70, $80 for them. This tester bottle was $20. Let me lean in a little bit. Read my lips. $20. 20. $20, 20 bones. That's all you pay for this. So what do you get out of this fragrance? What does it resemble? Because I get that a lot in the comment section. People always ask me, why don't you tell us? Why don't, get the neck going? You can't see it, but I can visual get the neck going. Why you don't never tell us what it resembles, what it smells like? What do you have in your collection that smells like it, Mr. Cheap Sense? In which I'm not Mr. Cheap Sense anymore, but they still call me that. But that's what they say. So what does this resemble? If I have something in my collection that something resembles, I'll mention it. I've been known to do that. So apparently most people aren't paying attention to the videos. But what does this resemble? I do have a fragrance that kind of resembles this, and it's not as sweet as the fragrance I'm about to show you, but it does have the same vibe. It reminds me of Givenchy Gentlemen Only. This is a very nice fragrance. It is very clean. It is very crisp. It is very fresh, fruity smelling. Now, like I said, this is a sweet fragrance. This is also, but this is not as fruity as this one. This is very fruity. I love this. I get mad compliments with this one. I did get compliments while wearing this on Father's Day. This one is one that you can spray a bunch of sprays. I'm Mr. 7 Spray. And that probably would have been a good, cool name for my channel also, Mr. 7 Spray. But anyway, you can spray as much of this as you want, and it's not going to offend anybody. I did way more than 7 sprays on this because I actually reapplied like several different times throughout the day. This one, I wouldn't go that many sprays on, especially if it's hot outside. This can get cloying. This one, not so much. I did 7 initial sprays. I went to my cousin's house. I had to leave. I left for about an hour. I came back, and with me, I know you can become anosmic to fragrances. I know this. But with me, if I can't smell it, it's not there. So I tend to reapply. I didn't really smell it that much coming off of my skin anymore. But I reapplied 7 more sprays. And then something happened in between that. And I reapplied again later. But for $20, you really can't beat this. This will make a perfect office scent. This will make a perfect dumb reach scent. If you want something that smells nice, clean, kind of sweet, but not cloying, this would be perfect for $20 instead of going out and buying a whole bunch of them little cheapies, in which nothing is wrong with the cheapies, but I feel like I'm at a point now where I don't feel like you need a whole bunch of dumb reach scents. If you can find maybe 1 or 2 good dumb reach scents, stick with those. But if you don't have a dumb reach scent, then spend $20. You get this. This is a 100 ml bottle. I mean, obviously the box isn't worth anything, but you get a decent bottle. It looks good on the shelf. It's Dolce & Gabbana. I mean, what more can you ask for? So I'm hard pressed to say anything bad about this. This is a nice fragrance. The performance on this definitely isn't the best. I got maybe 1.5 hours of projection out of it. Maybe an hour. It probably was a little less than an hour and a half. It probably was closer to an hour. Longevity on this, maybe 4.5, pushing 5 hours. And that's about all I got out of this. But like I said, it's light enough that I had to keep reapplying because I couldn't smell it. That's just me personally. If you spray your clothes, of course it may last longer, but I'm not a clothes sprayer, so that's just me. But with that being said, y'all, thanks for tuning in. Here is To Smelling Great. Happy belated Father's Day to all the fathers out there. I know I'm a little late, but better late than never. I'm out, y'all. Peace.